Hello everybody, my name is Jad. Welcome to another MLB 1923 video, and in today's video, we've got ourselves some skill select tickets, the blue ones, if that's what you're trying to remember, because I can't remember what they're called. I call them blue tickets, but like, I just want to be proper for the beginning of the video. We've got ourselves some club battles for today. We've got a legendary skill change ticket today. We've got some packs, some combos. You guys know the deal. We're going to do everything today. So the first things first, basically right before the club power ranking tournament began, I wanted to see if I could improve my Chad Green. I didn't want to run Ace in the bullpen. I want to save Ace for another pitcher in case I want to run two Aces. So what I'm going to basically do is I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to go run some blue tickets on my Chad Green and try to get Ace off of him and see if I can get something better. And we will go take a let's go talk to Past Me real quick and let's see what we can do. Okay, I will be right back. Alright everybody, after deliberating with my club for a while, it is now the morning before lineup submissions for the power ranking tournament, so we're now going basically to like a day after I made the last video, so I am going to come in through here and I'm going to use my blues on Chad because I wanted to see if I could change his ace before the power ranking tournament began, because I thought to myself, like, I know I've heard that Iron Will was pretty good, and I just wanted to double check to make sure that it was pretty good. I don't want to keep Ace, despite the fact that I like Ace. I want to reserve Ace for, like, a starting pitcher down the line. If I want to run two, I can run two, but right now, I'd rather just keep it on a starter pitcher for now. So, we're going to run the blues on green, and we're going to see if we can actually get ourselves a either finesse or a dom. I would absolutely probably prefer dom, but he is already finesse trained as is right now, so that would be like an instant plug him right in, don't have to worry about him kind of thing. No, I want to change Ace. I mean, okay, wow, he's a perfect middle reliever all of a sudden. I really like Ace, but the problem is more that, like, I don't want it, like, the more Ace you have, the worse it becomes, and right now Tanaka is one of my better pitchers, and I want to keep it that way. I don't want to, like, make the Tanaka, like, much worse than he is currently. Like, that would be terrible, in my opinion. Winning streak. We have a closer. I will also take stability. Stability is also another thing I will take as well. Stability would be a pretty sick third, honestly. Maybe it's, like, new closer status at that point. Are you kidding me, man? Back to Ace again. Field Commander. Okay, so unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for a couple more blues and greens. Maybe the next sale will come around and we'll be able to buy it this time. But it is currently time for the power ranking tournament, so unfortunately, we couldn't get him in. Maybe we'll get him in for one of the future ones. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, we tried. Unfortunately, we pulled Ace twice. Anyway, back to the rest of the video. All right, so it didn't really work out. That's okay. You know, not everything in this game works out. You know, I've basically been kind of blessed sometimes when it comes to these things. But anyway, we will see what we can do with it. He'll probably continue to get the blue tickets for the time being, as long as we get them. We do have a legendary skill change ticket today, which we are going to be using. I'm going to use it on Britton because I want to see if I can get bullpen day on him. That'd be like awesome. That'd be like goated. We are going to be continuing to use our PSETs, see if I can get something on Chapman, make him a good middle relief pitcher. Obviously, there is an argument you could be made. You could be made and say that I could basically be using my premium blues, like on Rudy May, and use him as a setup guy instead, but I'm probably going to be using him in the bullpen as my middle relief guy, as long as I can get Fixer off of him, which shouldn't be too hard. And then we'll continue on from there. So, let's get into the video for today. First things first, we're going to do our daily pack for today. I mean, speaking of MLB news, we just saw Teoscar Hernandez go sign with the Dodgers for $23.5 million and also defer $8.5 million of his salary for 1 year, that's really weird. I mean, I don't remember the last time I heard someone deferring a 1 year salary. I mean, that's just really weird to me. Especially because it's coming off the books next year. Like, why would you want to defer that salary over 10 years? It's just really weird to me. Like, it's not like it's a long-term thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's off the books, but, I mean, obviously if they had a plan, you know, they have a plan, so, you know, it's just a cool thing. I personally see this as, like, you know, if people want to take less money for them, to play for them, then fine, go for it. I'm kind of salty about it, obviously, because it's not my team, but I personally believe that we are running headlong into a lockout, into a CBA fight. I think it's going to be an absolute, like, bloodbath with the CBA negotiations next time. I don't know when the next CBA is, but I know that they're not going to let this one go laying down. So it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be brutal. So, I mean, I'm just ready for it. I already know we're heading for a lockout at this point, so the best thing we can do is basically just enjoy the baseball we have now, because all I know is there's going to be an absolute dogfight in the war room coming up pretty soon between the teams. Not necessarily even the wealthy teams. I think that a lot of the owners of like the small market teams that really can afford to defer money and afford these contracts, even though, in my opinion, they should, because these are all billionaires. In my opinion, billionaires should be able to afford these players. Like, everyone should be able to afford a Major League roster. If you own a Major League team, you're a billionaire, you should be able to afford a Major League roster. I don't care. You're making so much money as it is from TV deals and all that stuff. I've already made this comment like a million times, so I'm not going to rehash it, make you guys all hate your lives, because no one comes here to watch me rant about baseball. But no, I think there's going to be a lockout. I mean, this is going to be, a brutal thing. I think the small market teams are going to basically throw a fit, saying that they can't compete with the bigger market teams in terms of their ability to sign players when they can offer these discounts up front for themselves, eat the salary for later on. The smaller market teams might not be able to do that. Maybe they make that argument. I don't know. We'll never know because their books are closed, even though, in my opinion, they have more than enough money from just TV deals and all that stuff. But anyway, I think we're in for a brutal negotiation, and it's going to be, you guys I'll be here covering it as long as I'm still playing this game whenever the next CBA comes around. Who knows? I wanted to go a little bit into the Club Power Ranking Tournament. Club Power Ranking Tournament was a fun experience. Unfortunately, we had to bow out in the round of 16. We ran into a very strong team. Obviously, we ran into the team that had the number one seed, which was not the number one seed, the top seed in our bracket, which had the bye, which was Korea team, which was a team that we actually handled pretty well in club battles just a couple weeks ago. I mean, we had 81 wins out of the 100 against them in club battles a couple weeks ago, and we turned in possibly like one of the worst performances we've had in a couple of months against them. Not quite sure. Anybody who's been a fan of mine for a long time knows that I run the conspiracy theory of that ranked and club, functionality-wise, are completely different animals. Club and ranked, if you try to use your club ranking, or if you try to use your club stats and you try to apply it to ranked or vice versa, you're going to get completely different results. For some reason, what works to do well in ranked may not necessarily work well to do well in club, and for some reason, we don't know why. But for some reason, that's, I believe, kind of what has happened here. We had a pretty bad showing. I wish we would have done better, but it's okay. The Korea team is a very strong team, as it is. Obviously, they're 7th in the power ranking tournament, so obviously they are a very strong team. Not holding anything against them, but we didn't do so well against them. That kudos to them. They had a very strong roster, and hopefully we'll be back again next time. We had our last Moonshots Club, which was the seed, had a bye, lose to Home Run Wins Tacos the other night, so congratulations to them. They had a very strong showing, and now they're on to the next round. I don't know who they're going to play next. I think they're playing Taiwan Pros, I believe, so good luck to them. I kind of said in our chats before this all began, I said, okay, we're going to have to basically take one power ranking tournament to kind of get our, feel it out, see what kind of happens. And so next power ranking tournament, hopefully we'll be doing a little bit better, we'll make the necessary improvements, and we'll be back. But it was very cool. We had 4 teams in the top 24 and 3 teams in the top 16, which was very cool. And I think that it was a fun experience. I still think the rewards need to be improved, personally. I mean, but we will see what they can do about that next time. Obviously, they don't want to give so many crazy rewards, but I definitely think that they are exceptionally weak, in my opinion. But, oh well. For anybody out there, hopefully you guys are doing well on your pick'ems. I wanted to pick our top Moonshots Club to go the entire way, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. So I'm probably going to be picking between either like O20 or like maybe either CN, MLB. We'll see what happens. I mean, there are some very strong teams left. It's very difficult to choose because there are a lot of strong teams left, and anything can happen in this game. It's so all over the place constantly, but very happy, very proud of the way we did. We will have to just try again next time. We had a very good first round, I will say. The first rounds were a lot of offense, not a lot of defense, and then the second round was just a lot of defense. It was a lot of very tough people to play against at home, even with gear and drinks. It was very rough. The first round scores were very high. I think that the very first round we scored like the most points of any club. We had like 18,000 points in the first round, which was incredible. Like, it's a lot of points. And in the second round, it's been a lot more defense, a lot more stronger teams. So it was a very difficult sledding. It was an interesting experience. I kind of like the fact that, unlike the power ranking tournaments, like the ranked one, you can use like drinks in every round. That was pretty nice. We will see what happens the next time. But hopefully there will be some teams. I know there are some people who are upset that they were on like the cusp and they wanted to get in, and they're like upset the fact that Moonshots had 4 teams in there and other teams had. I think it's either Illuminati or Primetime had like 4 clubs in there as well. I think it was. I don't want to say it was Prime, but a lot of people were upset that there are a lot of these clubs that have like a lot of subsidiaries that are also in there. But I mean, that's just our community is big, our community is strong, and we're always looking for people to come join us. It's not like we're looking for you guys specifically to come here to exclusively participate in the Power Ranking tournament. That's not what we're doing here. We want to promote a good community. We want to have people who are excited to play this game, and we want to have people who come have fun, just kind of, hang out, enjoy the game. It's not just a game to us. It's a community to us, and we're just here to have fun. And the game almost sometimes comes secondary in that sense, in the fact that we are just kind of here to enjoy life, share some memes, have some fun, play some other games together, have a good time, have a couple laughs, and hopefully do well in the game. That's kind of the way we like to promote things. It's not necessarily a lot of strong people coming together. It's a lot of strong people coming together who have good personalities and who just want to kind of have a fun time, play the game, grow together, get better, hang out, and, the results, they do matter. But honestly, at the end of the day, the results are secondary because we're all having a good time playing the game, Ryan Presley, I think that's a brand new prime. Ryan Presley is actually one of my picks for Immaculate Grid. There was a pick for Immaculate Grid a couple weeks ago, and it was like pitchers who are throwing no-hitter, and it was like Houston Astros, and I was like, oh, yeah, Ryan Presley. Not necessarily because Ryan Presley threw a complete game no-hitter, but it was because Ryan Presley participated in the no-hitter, the combined no-hitter, which actually matters. Oh, NV Huskers in here as well. Now, that's a SIG I've never seen before. That is an interesting SIG. NV Husker. Where's NV Husker nowadays? Oh, it's with Prime Velo. That's right. Okay. Yeah, he had a very strong team. I remember it was very difficult to beat those guys. Very, very strong teams, those guys. I think he actually took home a couple L1s as well, from what I remember. But maybe I'm misremembering the history. I don't necessarily like to get myself tied up in the politics. I just, I play the game. I just hang out, Somebody else can go hang out and get into the politics of the game. I'm just here to hang out and just hang out in club and do my best. try to improve in the power ranking. But so far, last week was actually a dip for me. I finished like outside the top 500, so not good. But just it happens. I was working late, so I didn't really have a chance to really play out the full last hour. But them's the breaks. Sometimes making that money at work trumps over the results. I actually had Edgar Martinez finish top of my team in terms of home runs last week, so that was actually a weird welcome surprise. I did not expect that. Babe Ruth is still like number 2 on my team in home runs. I still don't understand that at all. Like, it's kind of crazy how well he does with just like a minimal 5-tool boost. I mean, that skill is honestly unbelievably strong. I didn't think it was that good, but now I realize that it is just absolutely bananas. That's not where I wanted to go with that. I meant to go to my inventory to go use my diamond packs because I needed a diamond player pack. I'm still waiting of what to do. So here's the plan. I want to get shown. I spoke about him a couple weeks ago on my video about how he likes to come in and try to help people with their teams. So we were thinking about a way that we could do that. I was thinking he could come on my video and talk about what he does. I was thinking that we could do a live stream and talk about a couple people's teams on the live streams. Like, if you guys want to like submit your teams, and he can kind of go over some things that you can improve in your teams. Not necessarily give away all the secrets, but he kind of wanted to come talk on the stream and kind of show you guys what he does, because a lot of people didn't seem to understand what he does, and I just want to try to support my homie, my club mate, a guy that's been a good friend to me. So you guys can choose to do whatever you want to do at the end of the day. I know some people are upset with him. Some people were upset the fact that they were like, why would you ever want to pay for someone to come take a look at your team? But oh, nice little vintage player. But, in my opinion, I can understand, he's just trying to support his family. He's just trying to do what he loves to do. You know, obviously he doesn't want to do it, but given the circumstances of you know where he is right now and you know where he lives and you know the global everything's going on right now, I can understand when you're backed into a corner and you've got no other options. I can understand that. But you know, you guys can do what you choose to do. You know, I'm not gonna say you need to, but I'm just saying that I'm just trying to help out my homie, see if I can help him out any way I can. You know, because I would hope that if I could help out one of my friends, you know, that they would do the same for me if push ever came to shove. You know, if I was ever down on my luck, they would be there to help me out. So that's really all my goal is. You know, I'm thinking to myself, like, what could I do to help? You know, I'm thinking that maybe I could do like a little live stream. You can come on, you guys can show, you know, bring your teams, and he can try to talk to you guys about what you could do. You know, he's a very knowledgeable guy, very smart guy. You know, we'll see. You know, I just want to know what you guys think about it. You know, maybe you could, you know, it would be either in the video or it would be like a separate live stream. I don't know. What would you guys prefer? If you guys wanted to get some little advice, because I know some people have asked me for advice and they're like, hey man, what would you do? But me personally, like, I used to give a lot of advice on this game, you know, back when it was just like, that skill set's not good enough, that training's not good enough, the distribution's not good enough, you know, that stuff is easy. But this game has gotten so exceptionally complex, like it's kind of gone way over my head in terms of what works and what doesn't work. There's a lot of intricacies. There's a lot of things, like a lot of minute details. You know, I would say the game has done a good job of introducing a lot of things that maybe make the game like a lot more complex. That was one of the things I originally really wanted to see, was give you basically as many options as you can possibly have. So there's a lot of things to look at, like individual rank stats. There's a lot of things to look at, like, you know, what skills work well between each other. Like, you know, are they cohesive? You know, do they actually improve the player, or do they kind of like they not work in harmony with each other and kind of do more harm than good? You know, do the trainers have good synergy with the skills? You know, if you have a player that has a high on-base percentage and doesn't strike out a lot, maybe that would be a candidate, like that would be good for guest hitter, such as like the way that I did it. My Aaron Judge has batting machine. He has a lot of good batting stats. He does not strike out a lot. He's my leadoff hitter, so therefore it would be better for my my guest hitter, which would naturally increase strikeouts. You know, just stuff like that you wouldn't necessarily think of, but it's like someone who has a lot of experience with that kind of stuff knows that that's the way that kind of stuff works. The behind the scenes thing that you don't necessarily think of. You know, that's what he does, and he's got a good knowledge of it, and I think that he could help a lot of people improve their teams. And basically, and the other aspect of it is that, you know, we spend a lot of money on our teams. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how much money I've spent on my teams. Like, if I had to pay a couple dollars extra, I wouldn't really mind it just to make it work, you know. But that's just me personally. Everyone's different. I'm not saying you have to, but anyway, that's just the way I'm thinking here. All right, what kind of prime are we going to get from the prime player pack? It would be funny if we got a prime Posada. Like, I'm still waiting to see this one. What do we got? Oh, Kutch. I already have a Kutch. I believe I have a diamond Andrew McCutcheon at this point. So we will go finish up our combos real quickly. Let me just take a look real quickly, and let me see if I have a Ryan Presley already. I don't know why, but I feel like that is something that is, like, I already have him. Let me just check the R's real quickly here. Ryan Presley. I already do have a Ryan Presley. Okay, not a big deal. So the only two primes we've got today were dupes. That's okay. No big deal. I don't want combine. I want upgrade, not combined. God, if I used stars again, I'd be pretty upset. Oof, failed the upgrade. Pitcher. Yes, please. Take me to 12. Yes, I got one upgrade today. Anybody else? I think these are all just like, yeah, stuff like that. I don't think I've got any other, like, yeah, these are all just normal upgrades. Not really a big deal, but that's okay. I still can't believe I got 4 diamonds out of that pack, though. I mean, 4 diamonds out of 10 ultimates is like is an unheard of ratio. Like, we usually sometimes get 1 out of 20, and we got 4 out of 10. Just an unbelievable ability to suddenly be able to pull diamonds out of ultimate packs. Never seen before in this channel. Never before seen before in this channel. Of course, now we're going to pull absolutely no diamonds. Oh, of course I pulled the bad Carlos Rodon. Typical. Ha, that's funny. I am really hopeful that he has a bounce back season, because if not, we are in a serious amount of trouble. Is that a Richie Sexton? Richie Sexton? Is that his name? I've never seen this card before, but I've heard the name. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Hello? I clicked the thing, and it was like, nope. No, you didn't. Well, maybe we'll have a couple diamonds left over for next time. I guess that's the way that's going to work out. So right now for the pick a player event, I think I'm going to go diamond vintage first for a card. I don't know who. Maybe I'm going to take a diamond whatchamacallit, a Roger. I think I already have a Roger Clemens diamond. Do I? No, who did I take? I might take a diamond vintage and then just hoard it away in case we get another sig change, so that way I don't have to use a GI on him. Let me check that real quick. Who did I take from the last event? There was a diamond somebody. Who was it? Why do I have a backup Hauser? What? Why is... Oh, maybe he... Oh, he was probably one of my, He was probably a mentor guy, and I just have him just for the heck of it. Let me check that real quickly. He might have a gold skill. Yes, he does. Okay. Yeah. Anyone with a gold skill level 6 is just a mentor guy for me. Who did I take? I'm losing my mind here. Like... Maybe if I sort by type. Signature. Prime. Do vintages have their own thing? I actually don't know. I have so many primes. They don't. They're just normals. I took a Yogi Berra. That's what I took. I took a Yogi Berra. So I think I have a gold... I still have Sparky Lyle. I totally forgot about that. He's out of the game now. That's a sig change candidate if I wanted a retired player. I think I took a normal Roger Clemens then. I could take a diamond Roger Clemens vintage probably and do that. Oh no, he's not a vintage. I can't do that. That's unfortunate. I totally forgot about that. He's not a vintage. He's a normal. Oh well. Maybe I can take a diamond normal. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's go open up our... What are we going to do here? We'll use PSETs on Chapman, and then we'll see what we can do with him. Not D-Rob. D-Rob is set. Give me something good, baby. Give me something good. Nope, still taking the PI, the pass interference. That might be good. Control Master. It's not bullpen day, but it's definitely an improvement. Is that high enough skills level, though? Yeah, that's bottom skill 4. Yeah, that might be good enough. For a middle reliever, having a legend skill, I think that's good enough. Alright, so let's go with the absolutely abhorrent ability, and let's try to see if I can get myself something. I need to unlock that, I guess. We are not going to be using that anymore. We are going to need to unlock that skill set. Where is it? Skill storage settings, lock, unlock... Just so that I don't accidentally make a mistake, because everyone on this channel knows that I am exceptionally prone to making mistakes, because it's almost a guarantee by now that I will make a mistake. What do we got? Bullpen day. Not high enough skills, though. Not high enough. Now, it looked pretty good at the beginning. I think 322 was like the minimum you could get for it. I'll save it for now just because, but it's not high enough skill levels. I'm going to need to continue going on him. Alright, one left, and then the LSCT. Oh, wow. Fireballer, not high enough skills. Always seems to be the problem. You get the skills you want, and then they're never high enough. It's okay, though. Alright, Mr. Zach Britton. What do we got here? Yeah, not high enough skill levels. Not high enough levels, man. Just not high enough levels. Not high enough. Alright, so let's continue on with the video. I believe it's time for everyone's favorite part of the video, which is trainers. Today was a really interesting day. We have 2 diamond trainers. Although, I need to go drop a couple silvers. I don't know how to have enough silvers. I think I can start dropping a lot of, like, the batter silvers, because I don't really need batter silvers anymore. I've got plenty of golds. I've got plenty of gold trainers at this point. I'm not really using silvers anymore, but let's take a look, shall we? I tried this elite fielding skill on somebody. I tried it on George Brett, but the problem is that George Brett does not hit the minimum threshold required for the position option. So it kind of doesn't really help at all. It's kind of really useless. Like, these numbers are pretty bad as it is. 1.7.8%, 1.7.8%. Not great. I mean, it's not great, so it's unfortunate. It would have been nice if I had the offensive options, but unfortunately, I do not. Alright, so let's go drop some of these, shall we? Yeah, that one, that one, that one. Don't need those. I've kind of dropped, like, a lot of the really bad ones. A lot of the really kind of messy ones I've kind of, you know, let go of already. So let me see if I got any just basic fielding ones. No, yeah, I'll just... Not really interested. Don't really need any more fielding at this point. I think the fielding numbers are already spiked as it is, but for now, I think that we will be okay. Okay, so let's exchange some more tickets, shall we? I don't have enough for those, but I do have enough for another gold, though. Pretty good deal. So what, 10 golds, a premium, and... Yeah, 10 golds, a premium. Let's use a premium first, get my silver one. Nice. That's what I thought. It's always a silver. Oh, Dr. K, interesting. Guest hitter, pretty cool. 8.2% for first baseman, interesting. Relief pitcher and sub option for starting pitcher. Okay. And let's take a look at our 2 diamond trainer results. Oh, not enough space. Need 1 more spot, apparently. Or 2 more. So, let's see. Trainer. Yes, I need 1 more. Let me see if I got anything bad. Power 6, Field 3. This one's pretty bad. I'm going to release these 2. Oh, you know what? I'll leave the Power 6 one, because that one's honestly pretty good. That one's pretty rough. I'll release these 2. Just not great. Just not great. And let's go open up our 2 diamond ones. I can't believe I got 2 diamond trainers this week. Like, that is unbelievable. Like, just so lucky. 2 Dr. K's. Starting pitcher, and starting pitcher. Okay. Yeah. Just 2 Dr. K's. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure Dr. K is, like, not great in terms of what you could actually have. Not sure, though. Hold on. Let me double-check my list here. I'm pretty sure they're kind of, like, lower down on the list of things you really want. Where's my chart of things? Yeah, Dr. K is kind of like mid-tier, but it's still usable. Like, I'm happy to have the diamond trainers. Like, it will absolutely help me out. So I'll have to go find some people to throw them on. It's a little unfortunate because I would prefer like some finesse things, but I mean, my guys do have some high velo. Let's see here. So now it's time to do our club battles. Where's my club battles thing? I'm in the wrong server. I'm in the wrong server. I'm looking at the wrong list here. Okay, let's do club battles real quickly. And then once I get off, I'm going to do... Once I get off, I'm going to do my... Whatchamacallit's my... Club Challenge. I couldn't think of the word. I was struggling real hard here. So hopefully we have a good day of club battles. Would love to go 5-0, but you know, nothing is guaranteed in this game. We've been over this a million times. That's a good start. I love getting 3 hits in the first inning and getting 1 run out of it. That's a great sign. Every day that goes by, I am kind of really toying with the fact of putting Tanaka as my first pitcher. Last week, he did actually beat Severino again. I think he had 70 wins last week in ranked, which is really funny because I finished like in the top, out of the top 500, and my pitcher racked up 70 wins. That's a lot of wins. He did have a rather high ERA, but that's okay. He clearly won a lot of his decisions, which is incredible in my opinion. Like this Tanaka. Although I will say though that in my first, he was the only one of my pitchers that lost a club power ranking tournament game. He gave up 10 runs in 3 innings, and he's got what is it? He's got slow starter, dom, ace. Like it's not like he's getting nerfed or anything. Like it was a very peculiar showing of him. He was the only pitcher that actually gave up any like significant number of runs. My first power ranking tournament, I went 3-1-1. I tied the last game. But for the most part, oh my god, oh my god, he's already dead. Oh my god, 34 runs. I am going to be at the top of the OPS leaderboards for this week, apparently. My god. Well, and that's what happens when you hit 0 stars. What am I looking for here? 13. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, we did get a slightly easy matchup today. Anytime you see people who have like normal pitchers instead of black diamonds all over the place, then that's how you know that you're kind of in an overmatched situation. I find it crazy that you can actually even find people in the club ranking, in the club matchups. Like why would we ever be matched up with this club? I'm sorry, like this makes no sense to me. Like you'd think that you'd be playing like the same top clubs all the time over and over again, but apparently not. That's not how that works at all. I think we're power ranking, like I don't even know where our power ranking number is right now. I want to double check that real quick. Let me see. Where are we? 10th. Yeah, we're 10th. It's kind of crazy to me. Yeah, good time. All right, so where are we going here? 6 and 7. Kind of strange to be using my last 2 pitchers on the higher stars, but that's okay. We probably need it for flag reasons. J-Hap last week is my 4th pitcher. He actually ended up with a 4.6 ERA. Like, this is kind of crazy to me. I'm open to the concept that it could be due to the fact that he has a kind of rough trainer, but I'm also kind of confused the fact that how he has a 4.6 ERA. He has got slow starter, finesse, and boss. Like, it's kind of crazy to me that he is such a weak pitcher. I really don't understand it. I shuffled around a couple trainers on him the other week, so that way he would hopefully have a little bit more location and velocity. He's got like 150 he's got like 150 location and 147 velocity, and he still struggles. Like, it's honestly kind of crazy to me. Does this club even have 20 people? No, they have 13 people. What? But let me take a look at my thing right here real quick. Let me see this. So, let me go to my battle lineup here. He's my 4th pitcher, and he's got 150, 147, and I believe he's got a silver trainer. Overwhelming pressure. So, maybe that's just not helping him, but I mean, I personally think that he should definitely be doing a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe I need to give him less breaking ball. Like, this one can be changed out. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he needs a little bit more location, a little bit more velocity. But it's just strange to me that he has a 4.6 ERA. Like last week in club, like was absolutely abysmal. I need to go figure it out. It's exceptionally weird to me. maybe he was in down condition for most of the week, but he gets absolutely hammered in ranked for some reason. Okay, I had to hold my breath there for a second. I'm like, am I gonna score on this black diamond? This black diamond normal? Okay, come on, guys, we can score some runs here. It's not a sig. We got this. There we go. You know what's funny is, like, if you think about it, sometimes if you play a lower team, they may do better than you think against. They may do better against you than you think, because a lot of the team's offenses nowadays require nerfs. Like, a lot of the club power ranking battles depended on was like, okay, what do you nerf? What do they nerf? Like, how do you match up against their nerfs? Basically, is, you know, if you're a boss nerfer, you're playing boss pitchers. You know, basically, you want to play a boss pitcher at that point. If you're nerfing charisma, you want to play against a guy that's got a lot of charisma potentially, stuff like that. Like, if you have a lot of charisma, you don't want to play against someone who nerfs charisma. You want to play against a boss player, a boss nerfer with a guy that doesn't have boss. You know, basically that kind of stuff. But a lot of these teams, like, if your offense depends on you nerfing boss, or your offense depends on you nerfing fixer or winning streak, like, then you play against someone that doesn't have those things, then you may not do as well as you think you would do. You know, it's kind of a weird thing. Alright, so that's going to be it for me for today, you guys. What did I get from my inbox? Oh, I love me some club home battles. I wanted to go check out my rankings. Let's see how they were doing right now. But that's going to be it for me for today, you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. 28-1-1, leading the club. You know how it is. I do not have the highest OPS. I'm 7th. What? That's crazy, man. Anyway, with that being said, you guys, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys next week. I hope you guys had a great start of the 2024 year. I will see you guys next Monday, 3 p.m. Hopefully everyone in the Northeast survived the snowstorm. I know I did. And school will be starting soon, but hopefully you guys are ready for finishing out the semester. With that being said, see you guys in the next video. Good luck with your pulls, your packs, your combos, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.